Way to meet expectations. Beat expectations?
Did it now?
Dude, that was awesome.
Oh, I gotta compose myself for a second. That was just so sad.
That was so sad.
What a film, huh? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dan Reacts. I'm Dan. This is my reaction channel. I am here with my good friend Davin. How's it going?
It's good to be back.
I'm happy to have you here. We are here for part one of the final Harry Potter film.
Wow.
Because as you know, it's called Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2, so it's basically one film.
Yes.
And we're starting the first half, and I'm very sad because this journey was something I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
And it has paid off, but it went by really quick.
Yeah, I didn't think it would come to an end, you know?
It went by really quick, and I'm sad to see it kind of get to this place. I remember watching Sorcerer's Stone with you thinking like, oh, can't wait for him to see all these things. And then you've seen a lot of them, and now I'm like, whoa, wow, that's really moved by. So
yeah, we're coming off my favorite movie.
We are coming off your favorite movie, Half-Blood Prince.
Yes, rated it a 9.5.
Which I was not expecting, because I knew you liked the dialogue-heavy kind of films, and I knew you liked that aspect, but I didn't realize it was going to surpass Prisoner for you.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Which had such an impact.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, but high expectations for part 1 and part 2 coming up, so... Because
I said they were pretty big.
Yeah, so if it could beat my favorite, I'm excited to see.
Coming out that last movie, I mean, it was very intense. Dumbledore was killed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Snape's a bitch.
Snape revealed himself to be working, undercover the entire time for Lord Voldemort. Malfoy kind of had a really heavy movie as well. And I feel like it finally paid off, because you were commenting that the last couple of movies he wasn't that involved.
Yeah.
And then that one he really was.
He really took a turn. He went from, like, little insecure school bully... So all of a sudden, he's like Voldemort's like hitman,
and is like terrified for his life too, because he even says like, "If I don't do this, I'm gonna die."
Yep.
So it's like, kind of, not giving him an excuse, but like I understand it. If Voldemort came to me and was like, "You're doing this," I'd be like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I would be Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah, thanks to my parents too. It was all because of them.
Right, he has no choice but family he's in. Like his aunt is Bellatrix. Like, how are you gonna say no?
Yeah, it's in his blood.
Exactly. So I'm very excited to get into this one. Do you have any final thoughts before we start it? Let's do a little cheers.
Cheers.
To the beginning of the end. That's what this was called. This movie was marketed as like the beginning of the end. And I actually got a drink afterwards.
Yeah.
I actually remember when this movie came out. It was, it was huge. If you were a Harry Potter fan during this, you had your midnight premiere tickets purchased the moment they went on sale. Mm-hmm. Because also back then there was no assigned seating, so you had to like make sure that you could get to that theater and be able to have that experience, or else you were going to be sitting in the front. And
I actually remember the time that the book came out too.
Deathly Hallows?
Yeah,
it was huge.
And how big that was.
It was huge.
It has like the orange.
It's cover. The orange book. Yeah, it was huge. I mean, I remember waiting out. I was actually in San Francisco on vacation when that book dropped, and I ran down to the Union Square to this Virgin Mobile store and waited out line for like hours until midnight, and then I went in, bought the book, went back to the hotel room, fell asleep, and then woke up and did vacation with my family. Because I was like, I need to make sure I buy it.
Yeah, that's step one.
Because when you're a kid, you're like, it's going to sell out.
Yeah.
They're going to always have more copies, right? But like, I really needed it right there.
How long was it when the book came out and then the movie?
The book came out, I think, in 2007, and this movie came out in 2010.
Oh, okay,
so,
not too long.
Yeah, the seventh book came out, I think, during the fourth and fifth film era.
Which is wild.
Yeah, so but during the Goblet of Fire movie, people were already receiving Deathly Hallows, the book, and knew how it was going to end. And it was crazy how that was working, because once you got introduced to the actors, once the newer books came out, you would just like picture them doing it, and so you would read things and be like, oh my god, I can't imagine them doing this, know? Because once you knew what they all looked like, then you're sitting there reading some of it, and you're like, oh, they're going to do this in this movie? Like, they're going to have to do this? That's crazy. Like,
yeah, that's interesting to live through.
And I waited out. I did go to school this day. I waited outside the Harkins Theater, or actually I think it was AMC, our local theater. And I remember just waiting outside all day long in the queue for the movie. Started at midnight. My dad ends up meeting me after work for the movie. And then afterwards going to school the next day. Because it came out on a Friday, aka midnight on Thursday. So I went to school on Friday and just being so wired and being no, I mean I didn't give a shit because I was just like,
You
thinking
wanted
about
to
the
talk
movie
about it.
all day long.
Yeah.
And all my friends would be like, "You went and saw it last night?" Yep,
Yes,
I did.
sir.
To the midnight premiere of Deathly Hallows Part 1, of course I did.
I camped out.
And like people were dressing up, you know what I mean? It was a huge event. So
yeah, back when movie theaters were safe.
right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So
AMC's a chain, by the way. It's not local.
I was making a joke.
Yeah. You got me.
Yeah. You didn't get it. Our local theater.
You've heard of it.
Yeah. The Nicole Kidman Theater. So yeah, very, very excited to get into this. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Part 1 of my favorite Harry Potter movie.
Here we go.
The Deathly Hallows.
Oh, I was going to say no music?
It started out quiet
Yeah,
at first, yeah.
Creepy.
I don't know if you've noticed too, but this Warner Brothers logo
it's
has
like
gotten
deteriorating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dying.
These are dark times, there is no denying. But I say this to our citizenry. Your ministry remains strong.
What the fuck was that?
The new Minister of Magic, because Fudge was...
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, they're really starting it off strong. They're like, we're wasting no time. Hermione's not part of her family no more. Like, it's getting real.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, though. Like, if the Death Eaters come knocking, you don't want any trace of her. She's on the run now. They know who she is.
So she literally just erased herself from the pictures, but not from like her parents' memory?
No, yeah, from their memory. You could see their faces, too. They went like...
Oh, my God. That
Yeah.
sucks.
And if you really think about it, like, she's the only one that really has to do that.
Yeah, because she's...
Ron doesn't have to do that with his family.
Yeah.
And Harry...
Because she's Muggle.
Right.
Disappointed with you.
Severus, you bring news, I trust?
It will happen Saturday next, at nightfall.
If I am to kill him, I must do it with another's wand. Lucius.
Oh.
Damn, like, Lucius is terrified of Voldemort.
Yeah. Shaking in his boots.
Well, and you can tell he's been knocked off his horse. He looks all disheveled and...
Draco does not want that. Goodness, fuck!
At least she died before
Getting eaten by a
getting
snake.
eaten by a fucking snake. Look how overgrown he looks in this room now.
Yeah.
Hello, Harry.
Hey.
Kingsley, I thought you were looking after the Prime Minister.
You are more important.
Wow. And the Prime Minister?
I believe you're familiar with this particular brew.
All right, Granger, as discussed.
Blimey, Hermione.
Blimey!
Just rips his hairs out.
I brought you here 16 years ago. Seems only right that I should be the one to take you away now.
Yes, it's all very touching.
Oh!
Why?
Head for the burrows. We rendezvous there.
Let's trick these bastards.
Right. But that's also like... everyone else is risking their lives hardcore right now, posing as him. I love this. We never see like real world.
Like action shots with the magic.
Yeah,
Are people seeing this?
they don't see nothing, do they?
Oh, be careful. Are you serious? That sucks.
His owl. That's so sad.
What the fuck? They really had to do that?
What happened? Where are the others? Ah! Oh, my boy.
How you feeling, Georgie? This ain't like I'm hurty, Fred. You get it? Mad Eye's dead.
Hedwig and
Professor
Moody within the first
Moody.
like 15 minutes.
Ollivander.
Remember they took him in the beginning of the last movie?
Yeah.
Going somewhere? Come with me. I'll leave Hermione. You're mad. We wouldn't last 2 days without her.
Period.
True.
Tonight's not the night, mate. We'd only be doing him a favour.
Damn. Look at Ron. Taking the different approach, putting the hammer down.
I love Ron Harry scenes too.
Yeah.
To kill the other Horcruxes, we have to find them. Where are they?
That's a great question.
He's like, right, that's why we need to leave
That's what I'm
right
trying
now.
to figure out, dude. Look at the press. On the dead man.
Rita Skeeter.
Don't get me started on her.
The last will and testament of Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore.
If I was in Dumbledore's will, I'd be like,
It's a fucking honor.
what?
There was a guy with long hair in Voldemort's meeting at the end of the table. It wasn't him, was it?
No.
I got a goatee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Minister of Magic is dead. They are coming. They are coming.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
You didn't tell me there was a red wedding in this. Oh, fuck.
Go. Leave. Obliviate.
Can you imagine just having your whole memory wiped? Like,
Dude, second time she's had to do this already. It's been like 20 minutes. Oh, yeah. Probably should have just went here to begin with.
I needed coffee.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Seriously.
Probably Mad Eye's idea, in case Snape decided to come snooping.
Mm.
The ghost of Dumbledore, like a Snape.
If a different one would work, I swear.
Oh, that poor man.
I know. I love birds.
Oh my god.
Regulus Arcturus Black.
R.A.B.
Mm.
Question is, did he actually destroy the real Horcrux?
If I heard creaking, I'd be like, Hermione, you said we were alone.
Yeah.
You've been spying on us, have you? Where's the other one? Find him.
Mundungus.
Hey, losers. He isn't here.
Get him, Neville. Fucking losers. Oh my
I
god.
promise. Each employee will submit themselves for evaluation.
Undesirable? Is that what it said?
Harry Potter. Oh, look, it's big.
Dobby!
You found a locket, am I right? Bleeding, give it away, didn't I? Who was she? Was she there?
Oh! And she's really back.
Umbridge.
Umbridge.
They haven't been at Hogwarts this whole movie.
Yeah, for real. Why are they so in uniform, like dressing up or getting in line for the bathroom?
We flush ourselves in.
Oh. There's so many different ways to get in.
And it's interesting because they're so in plain sight.
Yeah.
The muggles just...
The phone booth.
Yep.
The toilets.
Are those
Muggles. In their rightful place.
Oh my.
Albert, aren't you getting out?
Hermione's... You know what, though? Hermione's probably the only one equipped to be in that room with her.
Yeah, true. I trust her the most. That's for damn sure.
Mary Elizabeth Cattermole, a wand was taken from you upon your arrival at the ministry today, Mrs. Cattermole. Is this that wand?
Oh, shit.
You're lying, Dolores, and one mustn't tell lies.
stupid?
In the courtroom? Oh!
Once again, to conjure a happy memory in that stress, to be able to do that spell. Bless you.
He's unbelievable. Oh,
Mary, go home. Get the kids. Mary? Who's that?
It's Harry. Harry Potter.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Break that bitch.
Harry! Harry, quickly, in my bag.
Ron got splinched.
You got fucked.
Incendio.
Fuck, dude. How do you do this?
Dumbledore sends you off to find all these Horcruxes, but doesn't tell you how to destroy them. Doesn't that bother you?
Yeah, it would help.
Harry's like, are you stirring the pot?
Yeah, literally.
Or what are you doing? What are you doing right now? What is this?
He's looking at him like, what's your deal?
How long before he can travel?
I'm doing everything I can.
You're not doing enough.
Oh.
Take it off. I said take it off now.
Is it like making him angry?
We'll take it in turns, okay?
Oh. Just taking turns of just angry cycles. That'll be fun. Newly appointed headmaster? Shut the fuck up.
Jason and Alison did great. Oh, thank you. Rob and Ellie Dawson.
Is he getting like jealous? What's going on? Does he have the Horcrux on? Okay, that makes sense.
Oh my god.
What?
The Sword of Gryffindor. It's goblin made.
Brilliant.
Oh
The sword was stolen. Yeah. I'm still here. But don't expect me to be grateful just because now there's another damn thing we've got to find. I thought you knew what you signed up for. You think I don't know how this feels? You don't know how it feels! Your parents are dead!
Holy shit.
Go then! And you? Are you coming or are you staying?
Ugh.
I saw you two the other night.
Don't do this wrong.
That fight was brutal.
It's been nothing but the three of them two together this whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's breaking. I thought we were gonna get nothing but them the whole time.
And those were some, like, irreparable words.
Yeah.
You know, like, I
What
feel
the
like you
fuck?
can always forgive, but you don't forget that someone says something like,
No.
something like that. I love for her, it wasn't even a question in whether she was going to stay.
Yeah.
She looked and was like,
We got business to take care
"Oh,
of.
I'm staying.
Yeah.
Please don't leave."
That's sweet. What a sweet scene.
That is by far one of my most favorite Harry Potter scenes of all time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because it's like another one of those beautiful examples of their just platonic friendship. He was, he sees her sad. What do I do with my friend? Let's dance.
Let's dance.
Like,
and you can platonically dance with your friend. Bad time for Ron to walk in, regardless.
That
but
would have
he
been a
didn't,
very
so
bad
it's fine.
time.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's a beautiful scene.
That was really nice.
Harry and Hermione's relationship is like,
It's the best.
it's always been the best.
I still think we should use Apologies potion.
This is where I was born. Not returning as someone else.
Ooh.
You'd notice. Overall. Hey, Harry.
Oh.
Merry Christmas, Hermione.
Merry Christmas, Harry.
Touching.
Harry, there's someone watching us. By the church.
I think I know who that is.
That's the lady that they were talking about in the beginning, yeah.
This is where they died, Hermione.
Ah!
You're Bathilda, aren't you?
Are you?
Ron could have been part of this really emotional moment with Harry, and instead, he's not.
Yeah. Kept on the Horcrux for too long.
You're special. Who is this man?
That was the guy that stole.
Yeah, I don't know if you recognize him, but he's Vecna in Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
yeah, okay. He looked hella familiar. Has the same exact look.
Mm-hmm. Hasn't aged.
Not at all. Oh. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Happy Christmas.
Whoa.
That scene terrified me as a kid.
Yeah, snakes are fucking...
And just like her seeing the blood on the wall
Yeah.
and like the flies buzzing.
Are you feeling better? Maybe we should just stay here, Harry. Grow old.
If only.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Where is my wand? Where's my wand, Hermione?
As we were leaving Godric's Hollow, I cast a curse and it rebounded.
Leave me yours. I'll take the locket as well.
Damn.
That's it. He's got to go on his own.
No.
Oh,
He just told her to go inside.
okay. Is he giving you one? That's it. That looks familiar.
Lumos.
That's risky, walking on the ice.
He's like, go under. Oh my god, is that?
Defendo.
Oh my god. Too cold.
But if that's what
Harry.
we think it is, you gotta get in there.
Yeah.
You
We
gotta get that.
it. That's the sword, right?
Ooh, look at those toes.
He's got frostbite already.
My toes instantly just got cold.
I got socks on, so I'm good. You're joking!
No, I'll have to speak to it in order for it to open. When it does, don't hesitate.
I've seen your dreams, Ronald Weasley.
Oh my.
We were better without you.
What are you? Compared with the chosen one. You are nothing.
Kill it, Ron! Oh my god! Kill it! Ron, it's gonna get worse! Kill it, Ron! Kill it! They're getting naked!
Alright.
Fuck.
Is everything alright?
It's fine. Actually, you know, it's more than fine.
We got Ron back.
Hey,
Oh shit.
Complete! Fast, Ronald Weasley!
it's a long story. Christmas morning, I was sleeping in this little pub. So I took it, clicked it. This tiny ball of light appeared. Went right to my chest. Right here.
Hug!
You know that worked.
Yeah, hug each other.
We need to talk.
Yeah, alright.
I want to go see Xenophilius Lovegood.
Yeah. Hermione's right. Let's vote on it. Those in favour?
Good one.
He's trying.
Good one. Hermione's right.
Keep off the dirigible plums.
She like lives in a shoe.
What is it? Hello, Mr. Lovegood.
Where's Luna?
Luna. She'll be along.
Why is what changed?
It was about something you were wearing around your neck at the wedding. It was a symbol.
Well, it's the sign of the Deathly Hallows, of course.
He said it.
I assume you're all familiar with the tale of the three brothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
There were once 3 brothers who were travelling along a lonely, winding road at twilight.
Mum always said midnight.
Like, she's mad at you.
I know.
Like,
Stop it.
that's not the time.
In time, the brothers reached a river too treacherous to pass.
What cool animation.
I was gonna say I love it.
Driven mad with hopeless longing, the second brother killed himself so as to join her.
This was a children's story.
He then greeted death as an old friend, departing this life as equals.
Huh.
I'm sorry, sir. I still don't quite understand.
Together they make the Deathly Hallows. They make one master of death.
The 3 other Horcruxes.
No.
Oh.
Do we know anyone with an invisibility cloak?
Yeah, Ari.
We really should be going anyway.
Sir?
They took my coat.
No.
Voldemort.
Uh-oh.
The thought of Voldemort taking Luna is so sad.
Dude, what the fuck?
Treacherous little bleeder. Is there no one we can trust?
Well, don't hang about.
Snatch him!
That shit literally pulled me in. It sucked me in because I wish I would have seen it in the theaters because of how that sound was.
Oh.
What happened to you, ugly? No, not you.
Oh.
What's your name? Dudley. Vernon Dudley. Check it.
Oh, is that why she did that to him? Oh my god.
Thank God for Hermione.
I was like, why the fuck?
Change of plan. We're not taking this lot to the ministry.
Does he know? Because she did a good job. That did not look like Harry.
I can't be sure.
Oh.
What's wrong with his face?
Yes, what is wrong with his face?
Oh, I think he knows.
Reckon it's mine now.
What the hell is she doing?
Seeing the sword pissed her off.
She went nuts.
Luna?
Oh, poor Luna in a dungeon.
Dobby's come to rescue Harry Potter, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Meet me at the top of the stairs in 10 seconds.
Dobby! Ow.
Who got into my vault?
Expelliarmus!
Call him.
Just give him Draco. He just gave it to him.
Stupid elf! How dare you defy your masters!
Dobby has no master.
Yay!
Hermione, you're all right. We're safe.
Harry Potter.
We'll fix you. Help me!
Dobby is happy to be with his friend Harry Potter.
Fuck.
We should close his eyes. Don't you think? Now he could be sleeping.
Ugh.
I'm feeling it. That's so sad. What a sick fuck, dude. Wow.
Wow.
Way to meet expectations. Beat expectations?
Did it now?
Dude, that was awesome.
Oh, I gotta compose myself for a second. That was just so sad.
That was so sad.
What a film, huh?
I love that one. It's crazy that people could say that one was slow or not even action packed. I feel like it had its fair share.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I've seen
amazing.
that criticism before, but I don't feel that way.
No,
At all.
there's no way I could feel that way.
Yeah, it's an incredible movie. I think it balances action and slow, like stripped down scenes really well.
Yeah.
It had its fair share of both,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of deaths.
Yes. A lot of death.
Like starting from the beginning.
Yeah.
Hedwig,
Mad Eye. Yeah.
his bird.
Hedwig. That was something I disliked. Hedwig dying. Was that written? Was that in the books?
Yeah, it's just
Just like how it was?
it's so quick in the movies that it feels very like
What the fuck?
yeah, it's like everything's happening all at once, and
Yeah.
it kind of feels a little overshadowed because then it's like so much is going on, but it's sad.
We
'cause it's
barely
like,
even mourned it.
that's his owl
Yeah.
since the beginning, and he also lost his wand in this movie, so it very
Which is
much kind
very-
of like killed the kid Harry Potter. The kid is dead, and now Dobby, who was such a staple in the younger part of Harry Potter, it's like that whole era is dead. The wand's gone, the owl's gone, Dobby's gone. Like they are now past that. You know, it's very
That's
symbolic.
sad.
All the loss.
Yeah. I didn't even like tie in like the wand as well, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like Thor with his hammer. They have like that connection.
Well, every wand chooses the wizard, you know, so they do have their connections with their wands.
No, seriously, yeah. Yeah, a very fast, intense start, you know?
And
it
really
kinda-
like intense right away when Hermione gets rid of her parents' memories. It's like
Yeah,
within
you're
like
like-
10 seconds you're like, oh,
Whoa.
shit's deep. Shit's hit the fan.
Yeah,
Like
I hope they address that too in part 2. Like that was
huge
deep.
sacrifice that
Mhm.
she made. But it's like very in character. You know,
Yeah.
she doesn't think twice about those decisions.
I love the reunion in the Dursley's living room
That was
with
great.
all the people,
Mhm.
all the characters,
And Hagrid saying like, I brought you here.
Yeah,
And it's like,
I should
oh,
be the one to take you out.
yeah, you should. In the bike, like so sweet.
Love
And
Hagrid.
seeing him kind of look in the cupboard, it's like putting to bed all of that. You know what I mean? It's him last time in that cupboard, never gonna walk in that house again.
Mhm.
You know, kind of walking around thinking like, this is where I was, but
Yeah.
And looking at his old toys. If you ever watch Sorcerer's Stone, he's playing
Yeah,
with those little knights.
right above the
In
bed
the thing,
in the
so
cupboard.
it's like it's so just nostalgic right away. In the
Yeah.
first 10 seconds, they establish all the nostalgia
Yeah.
that you want in a final epic like this.
That was also what I wrote down too about Hagrid's line, where he was
Mhm.
like, had to take him away. Because
Right.
I could see you start tearing up too, and I was like,
Oh god, because it's like what a special bond.
yeah.
Every character in this movie has such
Yeah,
special
right?
bonds.
You
and
really
it's
feel like each an individual relationship. They do a really good
so
job
special.
at doing that.
The love is so poignant.
Yeah.
Love conquers all.
Love conquers all, and that's the theme
That's
of this.
really the theme. It literally is.
Voldemort's a sick fuck, defiling his
Grave to get the wand, but now he's
Piece
got
of
the most
shit.
powerful wand in the world.
Yeah, but for what though? No, I'm just kidding.
I remember in the theaters, like sitting there in the theater, and I knew it was ending. Like the moment I saw the grave, and the music's like bum, ba-da-dum, I was like, oh, it's ending right now. Fuck, like it's about to end. And then when he shoots up in the sky and the screen went black, the entire theater was like, no! Because it's just like, and we had to wait 7 months for part 2, because this movie came out, I believe, in like, it was like late fall.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one came out like early summer. So it was like 6 to 7 months that we had to wait for the next one. And it was excruciating. But I also didn't want it to come. Because I was like,
that was it.
I don't want this movie to come at the same time. Because then there's never
How did
Harry
they
Potter.
shoot part 1 and 2? Did they just fucking
all at
knock
once?
it all out? Yeah.
All at once. It was like a 2-year shoot. But
And
they
then-
obviously had to split the movies because they're too long.
Yeah.
And it really started the staple. Like after this, because you had a lot of franchises blow up kind of after Harry Potter, Twilight, Hunger Games, and if you ever watch those franchises, all
They
their
have
final
part
films
two,
are part 1 and
last
part 2,
ones.
and it's very like stole that from Harry
You
Potter.
stole that, yeah.
Because neither of those final books are as long as the Deathly Hallows. Like, no, those could have been single films. You guys just wanted to do the Harry Potter thing.
Yeah, try to fucking
try and
steal it.
make
Yeah,
more money. Yeah.
Exactly. Fuck.
Whereas Deathly Hallows really is.
They had to do it.
It
You
is
want
so
to watch
long.
a 4-hour and 40-minute movie?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Every
do.
scene.
No, that's good that they broke it up. Come on. The Harry and Hermione dancing scene. Oh.
I mean, I love all the camp scenes.
Yeah.
Because the camp scenes are just
You're going on a journey
stripped
with them.
down scenes with those friends.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's Harry, Ron, and Hermione, or just Hermione and Harry. That dancing scene, I've said it in the reaction, it's one of my favorite Harry Potter scenes of all time because it's just, look at this beautiful friendship that has grown over 7 films, you know, and like,
Beautiful.
it really is. And he's always been there for her. She's always been there for him. And it's like,
And they've been this way too since they were children.
mm-hmm.
You know?
And
they've
never,
stayed true to that.
They've stayed true to it. It's never been a question of whether they liked each other. You
Yeah.
know? Like, it's always been like, you are my best friend.
Yeah.
type of thing.
That's
And
so sweet.
I love that scene though. Love it.
Yeah.
And I love all the scenes of them, like, just, you know, in the woods, and when she's sitting there describing her parents, not remembering that place anymore. It's like, oh, you remember, oh yeah, she did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you
I
kind of
did. I was
forget.
like, you did that.
Yeah.
And it was crazy too how like 75% of the movie it was like Harry, Ron, and Hermione
Mm-hmm.
like going on.
There was
journey.
no real other characters. I mean,
Yeah.
you got, you know, you saw the Malfoys at the end, and Luna was in there a little, and Neville had like a scene, you know.
And I think Harry and Hermione were together the whole time.
Right.
Pretty much same scene.
Mm-hmm. They were always together. I love
I
the
love
scene
that.
of them in the Godric's Hollow, Harry's birthplace.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The graveyard scene when he sees.
Oh
his-
yeah, I have that cemetery scene. Things I like. Obviously, Harry and Hermione's scenes are just so powerful. And
Mhm.
what they do to you emotionally, and just like you've said, just the journey that we've seen them growing up together and staying true to each other, and you love seeing that. You really do.
Yeah, and I can't imagine for him either. Like, finally, for the first time, seeing your parents' grave. You know, like
Mhm.
you didn't even you have nothing of theirs. You don't have their clothing, their nothing, and then you get to like go see their grave, and you get to see the house that they lived in. Like that must have been such a emotional moment, and it was like such a privilege for Hermione to have been there. And it sucks that Ron wasn't able to be part of that because
I
that was
know.
like a moment you should have been there.
Yeah.
You should have
And
been
that
there.
was on, transitioning to things I dislike was Ron's attitude during that scene. He had the Horcrux on, obviously, but he took it off and then still left.
Mhm.
You know, like he fucking knew what he was
doubled
saying.
down.
He doubled down, and
Yeah.
he was saying some vile shit. he disrupted the Three Musketeers for the whole movie, because I really thought it was going to be the three of them just fucking journeying together. Obviously, you have to have that bump in
Inner
the
conflict,
road. Yeah, and
well, because I can only imagine how hard it was, and like they do a good job with the montages showing you different locations, but you really don't get a sense of like, oh, it's been months of them doing this. You know what I mean?
And they've been through hell and back, but he said some vile shit.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I don't think you have to go there regardless, but not in their shoes.
Yeah,
not in their shoes, and they fucking said this for like a second and then didn't really address it, just because we didn't touch Hogwarts at all this movie, which was absolutely wild. But Snape becoming the fucking appointed headmaster. You shitting me?
Right.
You shitting me? Dude, fuck
And
Snape.
it doesn't sound like Hogwarts is a fun place right now.
No, he's like got this like crazy fucking
strict
curriculum
that follows the Dark
behavior.
Lord's beliefs. Like, oh, great. And there's 2 Death Eaters that are on the staff. Like, that sounds fucking horrible.
Dude, and like, this is awful. But it was, going back to that, the fact that we didn't get Hogwarts at all. First time ever. For the Harry series.
Like, without Harry, Ron, and Hermione, it was such a... It didn't even feel like a Harry Potter film.
No.
If they weren't even in it. Because it was such a detached... It was like all outskirts. We were at the Ministry. We did get a little Weasleys in the beginning in their burrow. And that was like great.
In their new home.
So much of that feels like such a different film. Like this movie is nothing like we've experienced with these characters ever. Yeah. And then it won't be, because like the next movie's the finale. They're not going to just be camping around. You know what I mean? Like they did that, know? So it's like, it's a very special film because it's just, you get to see these characters outside of the school, outside of their uniform, in the real world, still dealing with this. You know what I mean?
I got Draco on here because he was definitely, you could see more of that hesitation in that last scene, and I think he definitely recognized Harry
immediately. I mean, like you went going to school with him.
Yeah, that's like his. The kid he bullies like his enemy. It's like he knows Harry,
and he's with Ron and Hermione.
Yeah,
people you know very well.
Yeah, he's like, is this Harry Potter?
Yeah, so it's like, he definitely probably kept that to himself.
Definitely gave the wands back. He like fought for a split second,
and then was like,
go. I kind of like him.
I mean, I just like those moments because I don't believe in villains. Like, I don't believe in fuck that guy. I don't. Every character, in my opinion, like has a story, and that's why I love those scenes with Snape.
They've come from somewhere,
and Malfoy, right? And even scenes with like the deleted one with the Dursleys, because it's like no character deserves to just be a one-dimensional thing. Everybody's got a story. They might be evil. But like, why? But why? And what? And so I love that scene with Malfoy because it's like, no, yeah, he's still done a lot of fucked up shit, and we're still mad at him right now. But like, he's human, and he's got feelings, and he's got emotions, and he's scared. And what would I do if I was scared and in that family and being watched over by Voldemort? Probably the same fucking thing. Like, I would love to say that I'd be like taking the charge and rebelling, but who knows? Like, maybe I would be tail between my legs the entire time, saying whatever you want me to do.
Whatever you need.
You know. So it's like I like that scene because it's humanizing.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna be completely honest. I love Dobby, and that scene was extremely sad. And he's so cute, which is why I think him dying is gonna like always get to you. But I feel like I didn't see Dobby like all that much to really be affected by that death. I mean, it was so sad, and of course he was helping too in like his last moments and just being so loyal to Harry and the crew. And it was sad, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't see enough of Dobby to really be pulled into it like I was with like Sirius and Dumbledore.
I mean, that's fair. He's huge in the books. He's in every book.
And like I, without even knowing anything about Harry Potter before watching the series, I knew who Dobby was, and like, it's Dobby. Like you just know about it just from pop culture and shit.
For people that like, I can't speak to everyone's experience, but for me in the theater watching that, it was like you have both the book and the movie in your head. So all of it was happening at once, and reading that scene is so sad. He's not just in every book. He's like huge in Goblet of Fire, and like huge in Order of the Phoenix, but like he's just not in those movies. And so, and his scenes are really some of the most taken out parts of those books or those adaptions. So I get what you're saying by that. I agree. Like his figure is so tiny that it makes it so sad. And his face when he's like laying there, it's like so sad. And when he says Dobby is happy to be with his friend Harry Potter, it like I hear the Dobby from Chamber of Secrets that was so excited to meet Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And it just like breaks my heart because it's like, oh, he's so innocent and pure. He had nothing to do with any of this.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like seeing someone like Dumbledore die, it's so sad, but he was heavily involved.
Yeah.
Seeing someone like Sirius die, it's sad, but he was heavily involved. Seeing people like Cedric and or like Dobby die, who had nothing to do with anything, makes it more like, fuck, there are real casualties.
Yeah.
Not just Moody.
That makes
sense. But like people that had nothing to do with this, such innocent little creatures, like this little flower child angel baby just got killed for saving Harry by Bellatrix, the fucking,
Dude. Oh my God, that's public enemy number one for me.
Undesirable number one.
Yeah,
if you want
undesirable
to
number
talk
one.
about an undesirable
Put that on
number
a
one.
fucking poster, dude.
It's so sad, and yeah, I was bawling my eyes out in the theaters when that happened as like a 16-year-old who doesn't cry. Now at my age, I cry at everything, but when I was in 16 in high school, like nothing made me cry. I was like too cool to cry. And then in the theaters, I was bawling because it was just like his frame was so little. Seeing Harry, this grown man holding the body and like burying it, and seeing him, Harry, Ron, and Hermione like together putting the sand, like seeing these adults like burying this childhood memory of theirs is like so just. So sad.
So sad.
It's so sad.
That was a extremely sad scene.
Mm-hmm. And it's like they're burying Dobby, but symbolically they're burying the childhood.
Yeah. And it kind of like went quiet again too while they're doing it, and you're just like feeling that, intense moment,
and him
sad
saying
moment.
like, "I want to bury him, no magic. Like, I want to do this the proper way that he deserved to do it."
Mm-hmm. God, that was amazing film.
Is that everything you wrote?
That is everything I wrote, yeah. Give me your thoughts.
Why
is it your favorite movie?
It's my favorite movie because of all those things that I said. Like, I love those stripped down scenes with the friends. Like, I just love getting to see the friends. It's so beautiful in this movie. Like, not just the Harry and Hermione. Like, yes, that's obviously beautiful scenes, but I also love the scenes when Ron's there too. Like, I love the scenes of them in Grimmauld Place in Sirius Black's house. Together on this journey. I think that like because they're out of Hogwarts, I love it so much too, because it's just like I said, so different, and it's so unique to any other film because they're not in Hogwarts, they're not in uniform, they're on the run. You know what I mean? Like no communication to family or friends. Like that aspect alone just is the highest stakes it's ever been. Just the fact that they don't have any friends and family with them, they're on the run, bouncing around from place to place to place to place. And then, like, all the different, like, the Godric Hallows scene is definitely one of my favorite scenes in Harry Potter. I just love him seeing his family's grave. When you go through death in life and you experience something like that, those scenes hit even more than they did when I was a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Like, even now, I watch those scenes, and it's just, like, so powerful. And seeing Hermione do the flower, it's such a beautiful gesture and so simple and so subtle, but like so outwardly loving for her to do that. Like what beautiful
immediately too.
Yeah, what beautiful magic. I wouldn't, and I almost see Harry's face thinking like when she does that, it almost reads to me like he's like, I didn't know how to do that.
Yeah.
And grateful that she was there to do that, because like, and just, I don't know, all those scenes I love. And then I also think it balances action and scary really well. Like there's those action scenes in the Ministry and when they're being chased by the Snatchers in the forest. But then also those super horror style scenes where like the old woman is actually Voldemort's snake. And there's like the blood on the wall and the flies everywhere.
Yeah.
And then just like all the nostalgia, Hagrid taking Harry back and like... all those reasons, I think, are why this movie is more rewatchable for me.
This is crazy, but I didn't even talk about my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Which was what?
The running scene.
Which was the Ministry one or in the forest?
In the forest.
In the forest?
In the forest, by far. Oh my God. I was literally, like, glued to the screen because of the sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I briefly mentioned it, but, like, I wanted to see just... even that scene specifically in the theaters, because it just seemed like such a trip. Just like even getting it from here, and the silence, but you can just hear the breaths
And the
here
clicking
and
of
there.
the weeds.
Yeah,
And like,
and you're just so glued into what's happening, and like I felt like I was running with them.
right.
You know?
They actually, side note, that was they loved shooting that scene because like for them, they were viewing it as like who can beat each other the most. So there's like a funny behind
Oh,
the
so
scenes.
they're racing?
They're racing. And there's like a funny behind the scenes featurette where the director has to pull them aside. He's like, okay, you are getting chased. You have to look more scared,
They're,
less
smiling and
less like you're beating somebody. Because they were so into the idea of like, because they've been they're childhood actors. They were children when they made those first movies, so they have all these inside jokes of constantly playing games and stuff, and so like that's a perfect example of like everything to them was a competition. And it was like for Emma Watson, it was so important for her to be faster than Daniel and Rupert, and I think she actually was the fastest. I think that like at the end of that featurette, you see that she had the fastest
winning.
time. I could be wrong. We'd have to go watch that, but yeah, they loved shooting that scene a lot.
Well, all in all, this movie was amazing. Felt a little more with Half-Blood Prince. Still
Really?
a 9-2.
9-2.
9-2.
Okay, so
For
Half-Blood
part
Prince
one.
is your favorite one still?
Yes. Nothing personal. Nothing personal for The Deathly Hallows Part 1. Amazing film. Felt, a lot of emotions during it. I loved the three of them going on their journey outside of Hogwarts. But just felt a little more for Half-Blood Prince, and Snape is on my hit list. That's for damn sure.
Well, I mean, he's got a lot of splaining to do.
Yeah, a lot of splaining.
A lot of splaining to do.
Did we see him?
In this
briefly,
movie?
Right?
In the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, at the meeting for Voldemort. Doesn't that feel like a different film?
Yeah, it does.
That was a long
I feel
film
like we'll
ago.
probably get him a lot in this last one.
Well, I mean, it's the last movie.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get their...
We got some splaining.
Everybody's going to get their time. So, all right. Well, that's going to conclude this. I hope you guys enjoyed Davin's reaction. If you did,
I hope so
hit a
too.
like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date. We got one more film in this Harry Potter journey, and then we're done, which sucks.
Wow.
Because I have been asking him to watch Harry Potter for a very long time, and he's finally down for it, and we're almost done with it. But I'm so happy that you've appreciated not just they're good, but you've actually started to really love them. Maybe we can go to Wizarding World together again.
Yeah, really.
And you can appreciate it more than you did before.
I'll know what everything
You'll get
is.
real references. Yeah, you'll actually understand why you're drinking butterbeer.
Yeah, what the fuck was it? It was awesome though, regardless. But now, definitely would like to go. Now that I'm a true fan.
Yeah, and
Potterhead. What do they call them?
Potterheads. Yeah, absolutely, Potterheads. And you're a Hufflepuff.
I am a Hufflepuff.
Proud and true.
Proudly, yes. Cedric's my guy. R.I.P. the realist.
Yeah, he was the start of the death pattern. So, like I said,
yeah, that's
Cedric,
what it's.
Sirius, Dumbledore, Dobby,
Harry. No,
I mean, I don't know.
Let's see.
I think maybe part 2, though, more than one death is going to be taking place.
You think in part 2?
It's the final film. I mean, the other thing that was really satisfying about seeing this part 1 for sure, I know we were supposed to end this video right now, but I want to get this out. It was just reading them being on the run was another one of those moments of me being like, they're going to film this?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I remember reading Deathly Hallows and being just picturing those actors doing it was so hard for me.
Yeah.
Because it was just this feels so
can't be
different.
done. Yeah.
And then so to see it play out, it was very satisfying to be wow, they did it.
Yeah.
They really went on the run and went to the ministry and blew shit up and did all these crazy things that I didn't think they were going to do in the film. Because when you read it, it feels very, Harry Potter is for everybody, but it was, made for a younger audience. And so reading it, I'm this feels like it's too scary. And so to see it play out, I'm oh no, they did it. It's not, they did it. They didn't care how scary it looked. They did that.
They did it right.
Yeah.
It was dark, but it was right.
All right. Well, cheers to Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Part 1. Part 2 coming up.
And R.I.P. Dobby, the free elf.
Dobby, yeah. That hell of a speech, too. Right before he went.
Yeah.
Not when he's dying, but when he's a free elf.
Well, and also, I don't know if you remember, but that was the family that owned him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what a great moment.
They were like, don't disobey your masters.
Yeah, what a great moment for him to be
fuck
no,
them.
fuck you guys. I'm done with you.
I love Harry.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next and final Harry Potter film.